Alright guys, welcome back. Big Papa T-Mo here. Gonna play some FS22. We are back on No Man's Land. Got the Angry Fiat. The Fiat Agri 180-90 with the Big Papa T-Mo logo. And the Woot to the Wooty Woot horn. This is episode 7. And you know what time it is? It's time to get our baler. I have decided that it is that time. Let me turn the HUD back on. Show you what we got. We got $98,558. We were doing a little bit of um, logging in the last one. We will need to go back to the logging, but we want to get an auto wrapping baler, and I've never used the Pottinger Impress 125 FC Pro. We're going to try it now. Big difference on these is really the price. Now this one slows itself down so that you can't outpace it. Not so sure about the Pottinger, but the Pottinger is much cheaper. So we're going to go with that. Let's see what our foil color choices are. Let's go with green so we can have green marshmallows. And we will go ahead and acquire that one. Okay, so the store is what's causing these problems. Sorry, my controller was flipping out there for a second. Well, every time I go in and out of the store, it doesn't let me use my controller again. I have to go back into the keybinds. That's one of the issues that's been around since they just patched a week and a half ago or whatever it was. Now this is a much larger looking baler than the Vicon Fast Bale. The Vicon Fast Bale I actually didn't know about when the Vicon Cabernet pack first came out. I overlooked it, and I feel dumb for it because it's my favorite baler. We'll see how well this one works. This is a Mod Hub mod, so it is cross-platform. We'll see how well it goes. Now I do not have a windrower yet. So we'll see how much that bugs the heck out of me too. But what we should be able to do is we should be able to just hook the mower right to this as well. Put the mower on the front and just go and bale as we go. But we do have some grass already on the ground. See, turn on automatic drop. Definitely. We want to lower the pickup, turn on the baler. I'm a big fan of the automatic drop ones because I hate having to stop and drop bales. Now the big question is, do I have to stop when this thing reaches its limits? I'm not sure on that just yet. The Vicon, you don't. It has a second storage area so that you can't overflow it. Like I said, that Vicon is just, it's an amazing baler. But this one, I've never tried. I figured I'd try something new. Sometimes you just need to throw caution to the wind and try something you've never tried before. Okay, so it does skip out. Alright, so review part number 1. I prefer the Vicon for the overload. Especially since I didn't hear the warning on this. You just have to be a little bit more careful. Now see, I zoom out really far from the tractor because the angry Fiat is loud. Alright, now I can hear the warning. So let's just be careful. Let it unload. Only missed a teeny tiny little spot. Alright. It's not too bad. Like I said, I do prefer the Vicon, but personal preference. The one downside of the Vicon is when you're on top of a pretty thick windrow, it slows you down dramatically so that you can't outpace the baler. So the speed control option on that can be a negative side effect. We're going to go over here because we're actually going to pick up this mower. Pick up this mower in a moment. Alright, let's go ahead and bring the mower over on the Steyr. I think I can turn off super strength for now. I'm gonna have to get my mods sorted, guys. Some of these things are kind of frustrating the hell out of me. All right. Now, what I want to do with this is I want to lower the mower, turn on the mower, because this mower actually center swipes, it swaths to the center automatically. So what we should be able to do with this, I'm just going to go straight across this field. And we can mow and bale at the same time. That is mighty convenient, if I do say so myself. Now that's intentional what I'm doing there. I want to see how long it would go. Overshoot. I think we're going to change out the Pottinger for the Vicon pretty quickly. I'm going to stick with my preference for the Vicon. There's nothing wrong with the Pottinger, it's just I like that extra convenience, and I'll pay an extra $30,000 for it. That is a huge difference in price though. $30,000 difference in Baylor just for something that can't outpace it. Might not really be worth it. Especially once I can get a windrower. Once I get a windrower, it won't be that big of a deal. But honestly, I really don't need a windrower with this setup. And the next mower that I plan on buying also adjusts to a center swath and is twice as wide as what we've got. Now I am a big fan of mowing in Farm Sim. Grass has always been one of my favorite things to do on this game, and you can make a lot of money on silage. So we will be doing a decent amount of mowing on this map, especially before we plow any fields. We will clear all these fields of grass and make silage bales before we touch it with a plow, because that's a lot of money to be leaving behind. They say money doesn't grow on trees, but it sure as heck grows in the grass. Now the other thing we're going to have to figure out is how we're going to transport these. So we're going to need to buy a trailer too. And I'm thinking the loading trailer, what I'm thinking for this is this one right here, the Anderson. That's a pretty nice trailer with the loading arm and everything. "24 bales. It recycles that arm. It does 3 and then it moves them back. And when you're using a medium tractor like the Angry Fiat, it's not super fast. So you're not constantly waiting for that arm to cycle through, or the trailer to cycle back. And 24 bales is a respectable number of bales per load. Boop. Gives you a decent little chunk of change for 24 silage bales. Alright, we are going to need to establish the top of our field. Get a nice straight line going. Struggling to get up the hill a little bit, but I am mowing and baling at the same time, so not bad for a 180 horsepower tractor. Not bad at all. That's why I love the Angry Fiat so much. Honestly, one of the best valued tractors they ever put out there for the price, the power, and the sound. Big fan of how loud the Angry Fiat is. We all have our favorite mods that we like to put on just about every one of our maps, and this is one that I do. Angry Fiat pretty much goes on every map I play. Even before I had the logoed version of it. Now, the unfortunate thing is this mower is kind of small. But it is getting the job done. Sometimes that's all that matters. If it does the work and does the work well, sometimes size does not matter. No comment. Alright, so we're going to need to save up enough money to get the trailer next. Shouldn't be hard. We still have the Rodney on lease. Still have a decent number of trees to take down. And actually, the more I think about it, the more I realize that before we even get a trailer for this thing, we should probably acquire another chunk of land that has more trees on it, because we don't have a ton of trees. And another chunk of land is going to be 85 grand. So I think that's actually the next step. Acquire another piece of land with more trees. Boop. That way we can continue to make some cash. Alright, let's establish this line. Oh, I guess we do have a decent number of trees over in that pocket, but I don't know if we have $200,000 worth of trees. I know we got at least 100 grand in there. That's enough for another piece of land. Nope. Oops, stump. Gotta go in and clear out those stumps. And then looking at this, it looks like we'll have 3 nice little fields to put back here. Might actually keep one of them as a big one. Do 2 fields back here maybe. And keep one as grass. Although we don't really, I don't think we need to actually have a grass field, because every time we buy a chunk of land, we're going to have a ton of grass that we can cut. Always got to be willing to change your plans on the fly too. What sounds good one minute, not always the best idea in the long run. Slowly but surely the farm is taking shape though. Got a plan and it's kind of coming together, so I'm digging it. I'm digging it. We definitely have a lot of mowing to do though. A lot of mowing and a lot of trees. It's gonna be a little grindy for a couple episodes. Try and speed things up as much as I can by getting the best equipment I can, but it's still going to take some work. It's not always about the speed. But they say if farming was easy, everybody'd be doing it. I'm not even farming in real life, I'm just farming pixels too. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks again for all the love and support. You guys have been absolutely amazing. If you like what you saw, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, you might want to subscribe to the channel. And if you want to get notifications when I go live or when I post new content, hit that notification. Till next time guys, go plow your own damn fields.